So Salesforce purchased out of the product and integrated with Salesforce, which is the approval process. So the approval process is you can create approval process to any objects. Okay, it can be tied to any objects, and the approval process can be a single step process or can be a multi-step process. Okay, something like there must be a situation where the approver will be one person, right? So it's a one-step process. There might be a situation where the approver will be multiple approvers involved. Okay, so we have to sequentially send from first approver to second approver to third approver. So we to get all the approvals. The only disadvantage in the standard approval processes, because we have worked in various implementations, and most of the business units complain that whenever a record goes to approval process, it locks the record. Lock in a sense, literally lock. Even though you have a read-write access, you cannot edit the transaction, which is locked, until it gets approved. Okay. So this is okay. This approval process is okay in terms of a smaller thing like expenses or leave. Those kind of application is okay. Something like if there is more transactions, right? So something like daily there are 2000 transactions created, and people want to, even though it is an approval process, people want to work on those, make some changes. They cannot do it. Okay, so still that's a problem. And after approved, there are two steps will happen to the transaction. One is approved, another is rejected. Okay, and after approval or rejection, you can unlock the record. And the same thing, the approval process can every approval step, I mean your approve or reject, can do all the actions like workflow, because you are triggering an event, right? So that approval or rejection can send an email alert, do a field update, create a task. These three things can be done by this approval process. Okay. So we are going to see create approval process for a deal registration. Okay. So we will create 3 queues. Okay, and the queues will be like deal desk North America, deal desk Canada, and deal desk Germany. So we are going to first create 3 queues, and we are going to have formula fields in the deal registration, which is going to capture the end customer country. Okay, and we are going to write approval process to route this deal reg to various queues based on the end customer country. Okay, for example, if the end customer country is United States, the deal should be automatically routed to deal desk North America for approval. Likewise, the deal is from the end customer country Germany, it has to be routed to Germany. Like that, if a deal is from Canada, it has to be routed to deal desk Canada. So first, let's create 3 queues first, and create one field called end customer country in deal reg object. These queues should be created and assigned to deal reg object.
Can you repeat the last bit, please? I lost connection. I couldn't hear anything.
Okay, so the deal registration approval process is going to work based on the end customer country, because it is going to route the deal registration from US to deal reg US deal desk. It's going to route the deal registration to the deal registration US desk to for the approval. Like that, you are going to create a separate deal desk for Germany and Canada. So you are going to create one more field in the deal registration and as end customer country, basically a country field, which is going to be a formula field, which is going to pull that information from the deal registration from the end customer. The deal registration is going to be output. So create a new field called country. Yeah, it should be a formula field.
Formula field means like
Yeah, it's a formula field. So formula field we can, yeah, it's correct. It's a text field. Yeah, just insert field. It should be end customer. You have an account, right? Check the end customer. End customer. Oh, it's a lookup, right? So you should see any lookup fields. You will be seeing arrow key. Okay. Same thing. Deal, right? Do you see end customer with arrow key? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, which means you can traverse and get the billing country. Yeah, insert. That's it. So this will display the end customer country in the deal registration. Yeah. So now go to that manage users and go to queues and create 3 new queues. This is for deal registration object.
and the queue members are we assigning anybody or
Yeah, that I'm going to show you a different thing. How create the queue. I'm going to discuss you the concept of groups. Okay.
Third one?
Yeah, another is called Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, we have it. Okay. Now there is a concept called public groups. Okay. So what is the public group? Okay. So a collection of users or a collection of users are can be a public group. Okay. Or a collection of queues also can be a public group. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So go to manage users and you will see a link called manage users. The system setup thing. And scroll down and under the manage users, you will see a link called public groups. Yeah, click that one. So we are click new and public groups. Yeah, and for every queue, you are going to create a public group. Okay, something for deal DR Germany, DR nor US, DR and DR Canada. Okay, so in the search for the public groups. Okay, so Okay, you see, users can belong to a public group, or even a public group belong to a public group. Okay, so for we are going to add users to the public group. Okay, so select users and add all the 4 to the public groups. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So same thing. Okay. Add no, don't add the. Okay. So add only the users. Okay. So now add these all the queues groups to the individual queue as a member. Okay. Go to the no. Yeah. Same here. Manage users. Go to the queues. Manage user queue and and add the public groups to the queues. So instead of assigning individual user to the queue, okay. So something like you have added a single person to 10 queues, right? And if you want to remove them, you have to update all the 10 queues. But if you are adding through a public group, then it's you have to remove that user from only one place. Okay, so this is something like grouping the users. But only difference between the queue and group is queue can own a transaction, but public group cannot own a transaction. You can assign a record to queue as a owner, but not a public group as a owner. Okay. So like that, edit for all the 3 desks, all the 3 queues. Add these. No, you should not add a. Okay, scroll up. You should not add a queue. Queue member should be a public group, not the users. Edit and remove the users and add the public group.
Yeah, I added the public group only. It showed up the members.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
I can show you. Hold on. The group.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. And do it for the rest of the desk.
But here it came as this. Okay, I'll try that again.
Yeah, here it came as a public group, right?
Yeah, I'll try that again.
Yeah.
No, it's there.
Yeah, I think only maybe a glitch.
I had clicked like this. I
View all
think.
users. Yeah, I think you have clicked view all users in the queue. That's okay. Yeah. So now we have created a queue. We have assigned. We created public groups and assigned the users, and groups are assigned to the queue. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a approval process. So create. Go to app setup, create, and workflow and approval process, and click approval workflow rules. Sorry, approval process. Okay. So now we are going to select the object first, for which we have to create the approval process. So manage the approval process for deal registration object, and we are going to create new approval process. Yeah, there are two kinds of wizards: jump start or standard setup wizard. Okay, we'll start with the standard setup wizard. Okay, so the process name is it's going to be this is what there are two ways of doing approval or approval process. So first thing is we are going to create a approval process for one step approval process for every deal desk separately. Okay, so put this one DR created for US. Yeah. Now it's going to be criteria are met. So the criteria is what should be the criteria? It's a US deal desk. We created a new field that should be the criteria. The new field is country, right? So that's a new field we created. Scroll up. It should be. It's not a current user. It should be country. Yeah, country equals what is it? It should be US. So there might be a situation where accounts are also having United States USA. How do you put that? So we have to put OR logic here. Okay. Either you can put comma. Either you can put comma, USA, comma United States. United States.
Mani, I'm getting the field current user as country. Here is just
That's
country.
correct. That's correct. Not current user country. It will be field as a country. Field is deal registration as a field called country. That's a new formula field we created, which is going to pull the end customer accounts billing country. Right?
Because I didn't create that. I didn't get that little bit, so I was not able to create that. That's
okay. Maybe you can create the field now. You want us to wait?
Sure. There when you are doing the formula, I didn't get something, so I don't want to stop you.
Okay, so just Sonal, can you go to that new field you created in the deal codes so that
I can show it to you in a minute. Just give me a second.
This is a text field, right?
No, this is a formula field.
But I don't see any formula.
We added this formula here.
Oh, no. I'm asking the data type as text, right?
no, data type should be formula. In formula, the type of formula is text. The returning value is text.
Okay.
When you select insert field, end customer, billing country.
Can you go back where I see? Okay.
Insert field, end customer.
I don't see any insert field here.
No, did you create?
No, in the.
Okay, so Sri, take it offline. Okay, I think you don't have a lookup field in the deal reg object itself. Okay. Okay, just click cancel and you can just click cancel. You don't need to redo it. Click cancel and okay. So now go to the approval process. Country, then click next. Okay. So next automated approver is determined by, right? So by select field for automated. It should be so we do okay. So automated approval process. Standard user fields. Okay. So this is something like there is an automated approval process. Something like if a particular person is going to be in vacation or something, how do they approve it? Right? It has to be somebody has to approve. If it goes and it's something like they are assigning it to a queue. And if instead of assigning to a queue, if approval process is assigned to an individual user, right, for approval, and that person is on vacation, and who can approve, right? There should be some automated process. So there are two ways. So every user record has a field called manager. Okay, so that person is entitled for the approval or the transaction owner. That's what we are going to determine. Either it can be both the persons also. Okay, so next automated, if you select that list, you can see either manager or the relationship. The create new hierarchy relationship. Okay, so what we can do is you can just select the manager and select the manager, and also you can select checkbox the dealer. So this will be part of the automated approval process. And record editability property, it says only the administrator can edit the records during the approval process, which means the locked record can be edited only by the administrator. Okay, so there is another checkbox. Not only administrators, the assigned approver can also edit the record. Okay, so yeah, click now. Click next. Now, whenever a transaction, whenever a record is submitted for approval, as a default, Salesforce sends out an email saying that there is a record submitted for approval. Okay, so if you have any existing email template, we can use it. Otherwise, there is a standard process email will be sent. For now, let's stick to the standard email. Then I will take as assignment that you have to create a new email template. So this approval separate email we will create it. We don't have any template now. For just leave it. Even we are going to leave this as a blank. Email will be sent with the standard email template. Okay. Okay. So this is the one which is displayed when approver is trying to approve. He wants to see the data for approval, right? So we have to include all the fields which are going to influence the approver to decide on the take a decision. Okay, so something like if you are going to apply for a vacation, right? So what are the information during what period you are going to apply for leave, and what as a manager what do I expect? I want to check your existing available leave, okay, and who is going to do a backup work for you, and what is your emergency contact number. So those kind of information I want to see before I approve my leave. Okay, so like that, these are all some fields which are going to influence the approver to approve it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's sufficient, and maybe we can go to the next field. Okay, so this is another thing. Okay, so when you go to the previous screen, there's another. So everything is a very minute things are very important. Scroll down, you see security settings. It says allow approval process to access the approval page only from within the Salesforce application. Okay. Or okay, so there is another option which the approvers can do from mobile devices also, because Salesforce there is a iPhone app which comes, and only thing is they have to link that application to Salesforce. But Salesforce normally recommends if something needs to be approved, they have to approve it only through Salesforce. And there is a display option, the small checkbox, which the approval history information will also be displayed during the approval. Something like it's a multi-step approval process, and I am in the third approval step. I want to see who has approved previously, okay, and whether they approved or rejected. If I want to see that, I need the approval history information. So that can be checked by the small checkbox on top of it.
It's I1, this I?
Yeah, that's that checkbox. Okay. So yeah, click next.
What is this I next to the device?
It's a mobile. It can be an iPhone app. It can be iPhone or it can be iPad.
Okay.
So there is a Salesforce mobile app. Okay. So now it says who can be the initial submitters. Okay. So submitter can be a creator. Okay. We are going to add select the creator, and you can enable the So these persons can submit a record for approval. Okay, basically permission to submit the deal regs for approval. Okay, this is something. Then another option is if submitted, right, and immediately I feel that that record I submitted does not have the sufficient information or correct information. So I want to recall. So that is the settings here. allow submitter to recall the approval request. You check that box here. Click save. So now this will create you a approval process. Now we need to add a steps to it. Okay. So there are, okay. What is this? What do you like to do now? You have just create approval. However, you cannot activate the process until you define. Okay. Yes. Now there are three options, right? Now we want to define approval step now. Click go. Click go. It's going to allow you to So now we are defining a step number 1. The step number 1 is okay. So just put step 1. Step 1 and just description is approval step 1. Yes, and click next. So specify step record. Okay, so enter the step if the following criteria are met. Okay. So there are two things, right? Either you want to always all the approval process to enter this step. So this is the first radio option is applicable if your approval process is only one step. Okay. So if something like if your approval has multiple steps and each step is a different criteria. Something like you are going to combine all the approval process for the 3 countries like Germany into one and Northern America and Canada into a single approval process. You should select the second one. Okay. So that we will see it later. We will create a select the first option only. Then we will create another workflow process which is going to combine all the 3. I will tell you how to combine the approval process into one. Now we are going to create 3 different approval process for each country. Then the 4th one we are going to create is going to be a one for all the 3. Okay. So we are going to go do the 3rd step. We are going to assign to a queue. Okay, that's what we created a queue. So the queue will be this is deal reg USA deal desk US key US queue. Yeah, select the 3rd ready button and look up and find North America deal desk. And click next. Save actually. Okay, so this is okay. You have created approval step. So there are we can create approval actions, right? So click. There are 3 different types of actions. So what are the actions we have to do? Okay, so we are going to change the status. Do we have a field update to change the status values? Okay. No, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do this later. Actually, do the 3rd step. And if you click that task quickly, it's going to show you what are the things available. It's basically so all the things which are in the workflow rules are available. You can do a task, email alert, field update, and outbound message. So what it's basically we have 2 options. One is you can create all these 4 activities for approval task or for rejection task. Okay, so now I'm going to determine. I will do this later. Select the 3rd radio button and click go.
Money.
Yeah. No field update. Go to the 3rd step, 3rd one. There's the 3rd radio button. No, I will do this later and click go. Yes. Yeah, now the approval process is done. Okay, do not activate it. Okay, because we have to. So we have to do actions. Okay, so before that we need to make sure we have the right field updates, right? So okay, let's go check the field updates in the create or under the workflow and approval process we have the field updates. Yeah, go to that. There is called section called field updates. Yeah, we are going to check what are the field updates we have for. Because the same field updates can be used by the approval process and also for workflow rule. Now we have a field updates only for date. We don't have a field updates for status value. So we are going to create. How many? We are going to create 3 field updates. One is DR pending DR field update pending verification. Pending verification. No, it's not a pending verification, not a date. It's a field update. Yeah, that's correct. And object is deal reg. Like that, create. Now it's going to say what is the field we are going to update. We are going to update registration status, and it's going to give us a value. What is the value you have to select? Select the specific value. That's correct. In the that's correct. Yeah, reevaluate after the field changes. Select that one, and it's going to be okay. Pending verification. Yep, and save it. And create another field update for approval and rejection. Yeah, let's create one more field update for approval for the no, okay, deal registration status. Yeah, we have all the three, right? Okay, good. So now go to that approval process, and when as soon as it enters that workflow approval process, I need to trigger a status change. So the initial submission action change that added existing action, which is pending verification. So in the search, yeah, select for field updates and select pending verification. Yes, yeah, select it, and yeah, save this one, and scroll down in the approval step. Okay, final approval actions. Add the existing field update. No, the final approval actions. Yeah, existing one to approve. First one, yeah, DR approval, and scroll down, and okay, log the record being edited. Okay, and in edit the approval actions, there is a step edit the record log approval action on the final approval action. Yeah, edit that one and make it unlock the record for editing. As soon as you approve, you want to unlock the record. Okay, and like that, add the rejection action. Add the rejection action. So there's a final rejection. That's the approval action. That's the final rejection. Add the existing one. We already created a field update. Okay, and like that, unlock the record. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so recall option, right? So okay, when we do a recall, I want to change the status back to pending verification. Or okay, hold on, scroll down. Okay, create a new field update called initiated for the recall actions. Yeah, recall actions. Yeah, click new field update called initiation, because yeah, DR initiated, because I want to recall, I want to change it back to initiate.
When this initiative will be after approved or after recall?
No, when we are going to recall it, I'm going to do it when you recall it, it's going to be initiated. Okay, then I'm going to change. Okay, so remove that initiated date. Yeah, also from yes, yeah, save it. Okay, so now we have initiated. Now in the entry criteria, we are going to make some changes. Okay, the entry criteria will enter only the approval process. Go to the first topmost section and edit. If you click that edit, yeah, it's going to say entry criteria. Select that one, and we are going to change add another condition. That's correct. Add another condition that registration status should be initiated. Yeah, and select initiated value. You can, there is a finder, right? Yeah, find that one. Yep, and yeah, save this record and activate the activate. Okay, now we activated. So if you want to see the process flow diagram, there is a button called view diagram, right? So that is going to give you a diagrammatic view of what is this approval process is. It gives you a flow chart. Where is the entry point? What is the exit? All these things. And there is a legend on the right hand side where which you can understand for everything. Okay. So this is just FYI purpose. Okay, close this one and we are going to create a record. So first of all, we are going to update billing country for accounts. Okay. So can you switch your application to your sales app? Your application is issued track. Switch it to sales app. And now go to the account and edit some end customer account. The billing country, yeah, and as US or USA, it does not have a country, right? So billing country, yeah, edit that field, automatically it's going to show up. Billing country as US. Put the last one alone as US. Yes, yeah. Go save it and create a deal reg for Groupon from yeah. You can create it from here also, yeah. Yes, and select. Okay, and save this record. Don't change any status, just save this record. So you will see a button called approval, submit for approval. Okay, you are not seeing it, right? So we have to edit this layout. And in the buttons, there should be a button called submit for approval. Yeah, add that button to standard buttons. Yes, and save this page. Yeah, now if you submit, you hit the submit for approval button. No, this is the record. It will not go for approval. Yeah, click OK. It will give an error because your record is not ready for approval because your condition says that your entry criteria is the country should be US and registration status should be initiated. Okay, so click that click here to return to previous page link, and now change the status to initiated. Registration status to initiated. So registration status, change it to initiated, and now save and submit it for approval. Submit it for approval. It will go to approval process. It should go to, yeah. Okay, now it gone through the approval. That's why you see a small lock record. Okay, so because you are the owner and you are administrator, you get that unlock record sign. Okay, scroll down and in the approval history you will see who does it. So it routed that to North American deal desk. Okay, initial status says pending. Okay, so and scroll up, automatically your status will be changed to pending verification. You see that because it entered it found a match of approval process and it found initial action, it switched that pending verification status. and if you approve this, okay, so now you can do, let's do the recall option. Scroll down, there is a recall. If you do the recall, it will update the status back to, yeah, put some reason. Yeah, just hit the recall approval request and your status should automatically change to initiated. Okay, now you submit it for approval, it will go to submit approval again. Okay, and then go hit the approve or reject. Yeah, yeah, you see the first one. Yeah. Okay, so this is one way of, don't approve it. Okay, this is cancel it. This is one way of seeing the approval for the record, right? So go to the home. Yeah, go to the home page. There is a approval task. Scroll down. There is a, yeah, items to approve, right? So this will also display here. You can approve it from here also. Yeah, if you click approve, reject, so the same page will be there. And scroll down, you can see the entire approval history in the approval page. What is the, see there is a status says it's recalled and it has the comments. Now you can give some comments and approve it. And as soon as you approve it, your record will be unlocked.
If we do a reject, what happens?
Reject, nothing, it will be rejected. The status will be changed to rejected. So now if you submit it, it will not go for approval again because it will go only for the initiated status. Okay, so this thing, the same approval process, you can send an email notification, you can create task and the rest of the activities. So now we have created only one approval process. So take this as an exercise, you create approval process for rest of the two geos you have, right? You have created for Germany and Canada, right? So create it and let's see how to consolidate this workflow approval process into one approval process, right? So let's try to do that. Okay, so go to the same approval process, and yeah, go to the same thing and let's try to add approval steps. Okay, all right. So we cannot add an approval step here because because we created only one step approval process, right? So that's why it did not add. So once we activate, we cannot add approval steps here. So keep that in mind. Before you activate your approval process, make sure you have all the steps. Otherwise, you cannot add a step. Okay. So now we are going to clone this one and let's create another one. Hit clone button and make it a consolidated approval, DR approval. Yeah. Just hold on, guys. Give me 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay, I'll be back. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Yes, guys, I'm back. Yeah. Click save. Yeah, click OK. And now, okay, we have only one approval step, right? Scroll down. Okay, so one approval step. We are going to create a new approval step. The new approval step is step 2. Step 2, click next. And yeah, select that one. Yeah, enter if the only criteria are met. Scroll down and select your country equals to Germany. Germany. And condition registration status equal to initiated. The deal registration status equals initiated. Yeah, and yeah, that's correct. And click next. And go to the assign this to deal reg Germany queue. The third radio button. Select approver. No, not here. You see the third assigning to the queue. No, the previous one. Yes, the Germany desk. Okay, that's correct. Perform only the section. Okay, no. Perform all rejection actions. What should happen if the approver reject the request? Perform all rejection actions for this and all final actions. Perform only the rejection action for this step and send the approval request back to the most recent approver. Okay, this is a multi-step approval process, right? So, but what this is a multi-step, but it's a different thing. We are trying to implement 3 deal desks in a single thing, right? So, perform all rejection action for this step and final rejection action. So, okay, that's correct. Let me reject behavior be the first one and click save.
So instead of adding the approval process in one step, we are adding in.
Instead of three separate approval processes, we are trying to create one approval process for 3 deal desks.
Right. Okay. But we were adding in for each country, we were adding one step.
Yeah, instead of we are adding one step exactly. Okay. So we have that all the field updates. Okay. So okay, we select the third option. We'll manually add it later. Click go. Okay. Now we have 2 steps. Okay. Scroll down. I want to see the approval steps. Yeah. Edit the first approval step. Yeah, click next, and I need to add a criteria here. Enter the step with the following criteria. Okay, and that's correct. The country should be US, and registration status should be initiated. And registration status should be initiated. Concern, were you able to follow this one?
Somewhat.
Okay.
We have to go back and check the report one more time. I got the big picture.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But we didn't add for Canada, right? We only
we are going to add. That's a step 3 we are going to add. Okay, now click save. And yeah. Okay, so scroll down and we'll add one more step, new approval step for this is for the step 3. A country equals Canada. Okay, and yeah, click next and yeah, automatically assign to queue, which should be Canada queue. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, no, I will do this later and so now for every approval record, you have to there is a show action. Scroll down. Okay, so for everything there is a show actions, right? Every step, click that show actions. Okay, and first of all, first one says else is reject. Actually, it has to go to step 2. Okay, edit the first step. If it did not satisfy, it has to go to step 2. It says reject. That's not correct. Okay, edit. So click edit. Okay, click next. It says reject record, right? No, it should go to the next step. If first criteria are not met, it has to go to next step. Yeah, click save. Click save. Scroll down. Yeah. Okay. Likewise, you have to edit for step 2 also. Edit for step 2. Click next and yep, and save. And yeah, go to the third one. No, not show actions. It's edit and click scroll down. Yeah, enter the step if the criteria are met. Okay. I think this is the last step, right? That's why I did not say anything. Okay, save it. And for everything, we have to add action, the field update to approval and rejection for every step. Scroll down. For every step, show actions and for every first start with the step 1, expand the show actions and add for approval actions, add existing field update which is approval. You can also do the approval date also here. Okay, but that will be automatically calculated here. Okay, and like that expand for show actions and add the rejection step. No, do it for the rejection step. Yeah. Rejection, last one. This is approval, right? Yeah, step 2 approval. Yes, correct. No, you have to include that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, do it first. Okay, scroll down. Let's see. Yeah, show actions. scroll up. Let's see. Add direction. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, now we have to change the entry level criteria for the first thing. Okay, so because this will go for all the North American deal desk. This will enter for even for other countries. Scroll up and edit the main criteria. Yeah, there is a edit. No. First one, process definition detail. Yeah. Edit entry criteria. And you have to equals, right? Okay, so put in the country list, add Canada and Germany, Canada, Germany. Okay, it's perfect. Oh, now activate this workflow approval process. So once you activate it, you cannot add steps. So now create a approval process for okay, enter account record where billing country is Germany.
ठीक है नहीं कन्नू वाले आई नहीं
अच्छा मम्मी टेलीफोन पे गल कर रही है ना कि घर आ गई सो ना गई
Okay, so yeah, edit this country to Germany then, or we can take another record because already we have used Groupon for other, right? So take another record and edit the country as Germany. Yeah, billing address. Save this one. Yeah, create a deal reg for this Apple account. Yeah, create a deal reg. And C3 and yeah, change the status to initiated and save this record.
Should have actually been only view only dates, right?
No, this one, yeah, you have to make this field as a read only.
Yeah.
Okay, now submit for approval. And now it should go to a deal desk Germany. Okay, scroll down. You see there is a issue because it did not go through the approval process at all because it got failed. Okay, so we need to find out why. Scroll up and check the data first. Germany, it says country is Germany, right? Okay, let's go to the approval process.
Have we checked for the caps and something because
Yeah, something we have done mistake. Okay.
yeah, we gave a small Germany.
No, it's German. It's correct. Equals Germany. No, that's correct. Okay. You put and condition there. You see this? Okay. No, not correct, right? It's correct. Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, click next. And this is also correct. Country is okay. That's correct. Okay, let's go back to the first condition. Okay, let's country equals USA. So country equals USA. Okay, so scroll up. I want to see the main entry criteria. It entered the approval process, right? This criteria is satisfied. Okay, this criteria is satisfied. That's why it entered the approval process. Otherwise, it would not have gone to the approval process itself. Okay, click, and criteria is met. Now, that is not. It's not a case sensitive. Okay, let's save and go to the first step. Okay, so scroll down. First step, country equals US. You know what? We should. Okay, did you guys understood what is the issue?
Other countries also here.
No. Think, guys. It's a very interesting thing. Think.
US, United States.
Take 2 minutes. Think. It's very interesting. Okay. This is the entire flow, right? Run through the flow. First thing. What is the initial it says? So because this approval process is for 3 desks, right? For North America, Canada, and Germany. The first condition says any of these 3 data allow it. That's how this entered in the approval process. First, what we are doing, as soon as it's submitted initially, we are changing the status to pending verification. Is that right? Initial submission changes the status to pending verification, and in the approval step, we are checking for status equal to initiated. That's wrong, right? The status should be equal to pending verification. So edit in all the criteria, change the status to pending verification. You can look up and find that value.
Why it is a pending verification?
Because your initial, as soon as it enters the approval process, you are changing the status to pending verification. See, that is your initial submission action.
This is here is where we set it, right?
That's correct. That's initiated is correct. That's correct. So in every approval step, you have to change it. And meanwhile, you can check your emails. You would have got the emails from the thing. Okay. Have you changed all the 3 approval processes? You are now you can clone this record. Just clone this.
We cannot fix this.
Yeah, we can fix it. Change the status to initiated and now save and submit for approval.
No. Pending.
Okay, it's interesting. Alright, so now you can check your emails. You would have got the email. Yeah, this is the one which sends a standard email thing. Okay, so if you are you can replace this with the correct email template. You write a email template and change that email template and do the approval process for separate approval process for Germany and Canada. And why don't you try a multi-step approval process, something like sending it to different approvers. now we combined all the 3 approval process into a single approval process. Why don't you do a 3 approval process, 3-step process, sending approval to 3 different persons instead of a queue. Okay, try that, and we'll talk tomorrow. And Sri, you are asking some questions. Shall we quickly discuss your questions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can I show?
Yeah. So I will make you as a presenter. So Sonal, you can be in the call or you can log off. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to stop the recording.
Yeah.